Liverpool travelled to Old Trafford to take on Manchester United. Before this match took place, Liverpool were 2 points behind Manchester United, who were second. So, it was an important game for the both sides, as there's a lot of competition for the third and the fourth position, with Tottenham, Arsenal and Chelsea all fighting for it besides Liverpool. Having said that, let's take a look at how the home team lined up. Pogba picked up a knock a day before this match and couldn't even make the bench. This could have been a blessing in disguise, as Pogba's defensive side of the game is weak compared to other United midfielders. We'll take a closer look at United's shape after we take a look at how the away team lined up. Klopp goes with a 4-3-3 like he usually does. Milner was in the middle of the park instead of Henderson, who was left on the bench. Before we get into United's shape, let me just go over a few of Liverpool's strengths. They press with high pressure all over the field, which makes playing from the back and building up difficult. It usually also results in Liverpool getting the ball in dangerous areas and scoring them right after. That's one of the reasons why they play their heart out in the first 60 minutes of the game and then struggle during the later stages of the game. This is exactly how Manchester City almost leveled the score, even after Liverpool had scored 4 goals. If you would like to check that match out, click the pop-up on the top right or the link in description. Liverpool have scored the most away goals this season in the Premier League. On top of that, Liverpool have scored the most counter-attacking goals this season as well. So, Mourinho had to be prepared for this matchup. Now, I know I have been critical of Mourinho in the past, for example when he took on Pochettino's Tottenham. I have also praised him when his plan works, for example when he won against Conte's Chelsea not too long ago. That video is not on this channel, it's on my second one. You can check it out by clicking the link in the description or by clicking the pop-up on the top right. But this match definitely takes the cake. Mourinho basically rendered all of Liverpool's strengths as useless. Let's get into why this was so impressive by Mourinho. Sanchez played behind Lukaku for a reason. He was tasked with marking John. As a result, John kept dropping deep. Sanchez held his position because United wanted Can not to be able to help in the build-up effectively, while the wingers stayed wide and marked the Liverpool's fullbacks who like to get into advanced positions quite a lot. This allowed United to play very narrow as the back 5 only had to deal with Liverpool's front 3 for the most part. Liverpool's forwards like to drop deep occasionally to disrupt their opponent's shape and create spaces. To counter that, Mourinho told his players to stick with their men no matter how deep they go. Even when a player was wide open in a pocket of space, Liverpool had a hard time linking up, since United's narrow shape did not leave much space through the middle. This was done when the ball was away from United's box, but when Liverpool got closer to United's box, United reverted to zonal marking. After Matic steps out, Young steps up to mark Mane in a pocket of space, and then goes back as soon as Matic returns. United also did not press in the final third, even when Liverpool kept trying to stretch them out. This made it extremely difficult for the Liverpool forwards and the midfielders to link up properly in the final third. This shape also allowed United to have enough men back when facing a counter-attack. So, Mourinho was able to nullify Liverpool's strength this way, the strength being playing fast and counter-attacking. This was without the ball. With the ball, it gets even more impressive. Van Dijk is arguably Liverpool's best defender. The stats speak for themselves. He has also won the most number of aerial duels this season. Mourinho knew this and decided that he would basically ignore the right side where Van Dijk and Robertson were, and instead focused all of his attacking threat to attack from the left. Even Mata, who was playing on the right side, kept coming over to the left, every single time United had possession in Liverpool's half. This was causing Liverpool trouble early on as they couldn't figure out what to do. Mourinho in the past have used long balls to bypass Liverpool's midfield. Mourinho did the same in this match and tasked everyone to go along on the left side of the field so Van Dijk could not engage in an aerial duel while Lukaku went up against Lovren. This was working out great for United as Lukaku was manhandling Lovren and kept winning most of the aerial duels. No wonder this happened 13 minutes into the game. De Gea goes long to Lukaku, bypassing the midfield. Mata was still coming over to the left when United had the ball. Notice Mata. This was causing Liverpool trouble, as an extra player had to leave his position to mark Mata every single time United got into Liverpool's half. Notice how Firmino being deep affects Liverpool's counterattacks, which leaves them isolated afield. This, in turn, made counter-attacking for Liverpool even more difficult than it already was. By the time they get afield, United has plenty of men back. United were either using long balls to get afield or counter-attacks. Liverpool still could not figure out how to deal with United's long balls. Eventually, after scoring the goal, United opened up a little whenever they were in Liverpool's half, as Mata was not going over to the left every time. But when Mata did go over to the left, Liverpool were in shambles as they struggled to defend. Mata drags away Robertson, while Rashford occupies Lovren, leaving Sanchez with lots of space. Bailly was very solid in defense throughout the game. And was having a great game, while Lukaku was enjoying himself in Liverpool's half as he was playing with more freedom now. Liverpool's forwards started to drop even deeper after that second goal. They started dropping deeper since they could not get involved at all due to United's shape. Liverpool kept trying to make something happen, as they switched positions in hopes of disrupting United's shape. But Liverpool were only restricted to long shots from outside the box. Notice how Firmino decides to shoot as soon as he gets a yard of space. There were times where Liverpool almost got in behind, but United did a decent job at keeping the Liverpool forwards quiet. Notice how Mane comes deep, dragging away Bailly, creating space for Firmino while Bailly returns to his position. Liverpool kept attacking right until the halftime whistle, hoping to get back into the game. The first half ended with United leading with 2 goals. As soon as the second half started, it seemed like Klopp made a few changes to his tactics. Since United were sitting back more after scoring their second goal, Klopp wanted his team to use the full width of the pitch to get upfield. Milner has plenty of space in front of him as the United midfielders are narrow. He did this by asking his fullbacks to run inside, which dragged away United player away from his position. Robertson runs inside. Valencia now goes up with Robertson, leaving space in behind, and did it time and time again in hopes of disrupting United's shape. But that was the easy part, as United did not put much pressure on Liverpool until they were in the final third. The forwards were not staying on the shoulder of the last defender anymore. Instead, they kept trying to get into little pockets of space. Their main objective was to drag away United defenders to create space in behind. Since Liverpool's fullbacks were staying wide and United's midfielders were staying narrow, it created spaces right beside the midfielders. Liverpool kept getting into these spaces to try to make something happen. Lallana came on for Oxlade-Chamberlain in the 62nd minute. To everyone's surprise, this happened in the 66th minute, as Liverpool got fortunate. Right after that goal, Mourinho brought on Fellaini for Rashford to have a 3-man midfield, while Sanchez went over to the left to mark Liverpool's fullback. This substitution was able to deal with Liverpool exploiting the space besides the midfielders. If no substitution was made, Sanchez would be in this position, which would have left a huge gap for Mane to exploit. Klopp replaced both his fullbacks with Solanke and Wijnaldum as he looked for that second goal. Liverpool kept trying to get the equalizer right until the final whistle. But United did well without the ball to deny Liverpool that goal they were after. Young was excellent throughout the game as he managed to keep Salah quiet for the most part. Salah has been in terrific form and is the current top scorer in the Premier League, so clearly it wasn't easy. The game ended with Mourinho's United advancing 5 points ahead of Klopp's Liverpool. Mourinho was able to cancel out Liverpool's strengths and targeted their weaknesses, which won him the game. This was excellent work by Mourinho, as Liverpool have been one of the teams to beat this season. What do you guys think about Mourinho's tactics? I would love to hear what you guys think, so let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to Tej Mullen and Shawshank BR for supporting this channel on Patreon. You're making it possible for me to keep making videos like these. If you like what I do, consider supporting the channel on Patreon so I don't have to worry about my videos being blocked or getting demonetized, which is the case like 80% of the time. The link can be found in the description or by clicking the pop-up on the top right.